let's put an object into the room. First, I'm going to create a computer variable called object, and then I'm going to give it an attribute that is a whole number, an integer. I'm going to call that attribute tag. The tag is going to tell the computer what I want the program to treat this object like. So I could give the tag the value of 1 or the value of 2, and both of those values will represent different objects, and that will allow the player to interact with those objects as if they were different, while using the same computer variable to express all those different objects that can be in the program, is how that will all work. So these objects are going to be found inside okay, well, these objects are going to be found inside areas, but if we create a variable that stores the objects when they are in that area, it might be better just to have a whole list of objects that are like all the objects in the game. So instead of putting the objects inside the rooms, I'm just going to create a dynamic list of all the objects that are in the program, and the objects will keep track of what rooms they're in through an integer, just like how I have an integer to indicate where I am in the program. And that list is going to be called things. And then so I'm going to create another sample class to put items into the list that I created. So object sample OS is what I'm calling the variable that I just declared there. Then I'm going to first I'm going to set this sample objects tag to 1. And I don't have any idea what that's going to represent just yet, but it's the first number tag to use. And then I'm also going to put the object into the room number 1, the only room in the game. So if the program runs correctly, I should be able to see this object in that room, or that's what we're going to aim to create. Yeah. So now we're going to add this object to the list. And then, let's see. So the object is now in the list. we're going to need a new function to help resolve if the objects are in the room or not, and how to describe them to the player. So, let's see. In this code, we loop through the rooms, and then we decide if you're in one of those rooms or not. Then we start reading information about that room. But the objects aren't in that room list, so we don't even need this whole loop. What we do need is to loop through the objects while keeping track of the room that we're in. So this new function is going to... I haven't really thought this through yet, so I'm thinking up the code as I go. In fact, maybe I'll come back and I'm going to end this video here, then I'll make the next video explaining how this will work when I've puzzle solved it.